When I was little, every evening after running home from school, I would stop by my neighbor uncle's house, the only one in the neighborhood with a black and white TV. The small room was warm and stuffy, the antenna crackled like it was angry, yet the moment the opening music of the Beverly Hillbillies played, all of us kids sat still, eyes glued to the grainy screen. We didn't care about ratings or critiques. We just waited for Granny to snap or for Jethro to make another silly mistake. Only when I grew up did I realize how many strange stories were hidden behind those simple scenes. Like the time an actress hit Max Baer Jr. so hard the crew had to check if he was conscious, or how one cast member sabotaged another's political campaign out of personal grudges. And then came the biggest shock of all. The real reason the Beverly Hillbillies, still one of the highest-rated shows on television, was erased from the air. Today, let's open that forgotten door again and uncover 20 secrets few people ever knew. For instance, Max Baer Jr. once sued CBS after discovering a restaurant chain using the name Jethro without his permission, a lawsuit sparked by a simple stop on a Nevada highway. Things got even messier when it turned out CBS had forgotten to renew the copyright for Season 1, letting it slip into the public domain and flooding the market with cheap DVDs that even replaced the original music. Even stranger is the truth behind the show's cancellation. Despite topping national ratings, CBS executives quietly cut it during what became known as the Rural Purge, claiming the audience was the wrong age group. I still remember our whole family eating dinner early just to squeeze together around that tiny, static-filled TV, laughing at jokes so simple yet so warm. Memories no modern show could replace. Even the production itself was full of odd surprises. The luxurious mansion in the show was actually rented for only $500 a day, hidden in Bel Air, though the secret didn't last long once neighbors saw trucks arriving daily. On set, relationships weren't always as friendly as they seemed. Buddy Ebsen once publicly opposed Nancy Culp's run for Congress, leaving her quietly saying, "I will remember this," a sentence that froze the entire studio. Yet the show made history, climbing to the #1 rating faster than any series before it, even becoming a source of comfort for Americans heartbroken after President Kennedy's assassination. And some moments were real in ways audiences never knew. Irene Ryan, Granny, actually hit Max Baer Jr. during scenes because he insisted, "Just hit me for real." That authenticity is part of why those episodes still feel alive today. Not everything was accurate, of course, like Jed shooting the ground and magically discovering oil, a moment geologists laughed at, but one that became iconic. Hidden faces appeared too, like Sharon Tate, who quietly played 15 background roles in a brown wig, so transformed that even crew members barely recognized her. Other stories were more painful. Raymond Bailey, who played Mr. Drysdale, slowly losing his memory during later seasons, forcing the crew to guide him gently through each scene until he could no longer continue. And while the Clampett family appeared simple and rural, their fictional fortune today would equal nearly $850 million, a contrast the writers use for comedy by keeping their behavior the same. Through it all, Buddy Ebsen's career shone far beyond the show, from Broadway stages to breakfast at Tiffany's, even being Walt Disney's inspiration for early Mickey Mouse movements. He was originally cast as the Tin Man in The Wizard of Oz until aluminum makeup nearly cost him his life. Looking back, the Beverly Hillbillies may have seemed carefree on the surface, but behind the laughter was a maze of forgotten secrets, quiet struggles, surprising feuds, and incredible talent, proof that even the simplest shows can hide stories far richer than anyone watching that grainy little TV ever imagined.